There's 10 common mistakes that tourists make when coming to New York City. If you guys want to learn what they are and how to avoid them, stick around. What's up guys, your boy Kels, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're gonna give you the 10 common mistakes that tourists make when coming to New York City, and I'm so excited to give them to you. So if you guys are ready, you know I'm ready, let's do it. Okay, at number 10 guys, we have taking a cab from the airport. When most people touch down in NYC, their first thoughts are, let's go, let's make some moves, let's get after it. Depending on where you're flying into, whether that could be LaGuardia or JFK, there might be a hefty price to pay when it comes to taking a cab where you need to be. I've seen prices fluctuate anywhere from $50 to $70, sometimes even $100, and that's not exactly how you want to start your trip. So it's safe to consider doing some research or even taking a bus or train where you need to go. For example, an Uber from LaGuardia to Harlem during these times could cost you almost $50. As an alternative, you can take the bus straight into the heart of Harlem for $2.75 and most likely catch a cab or an Uber for about $10, $15 wherever you need to be. Do your research guys. You don't always have to take a cab. If you're trying to save time and you're with other people, then that makes sense. Okay, at number 9 guys, we have spending too much. There's always a ton of options here in New York, yet it seems that people always like to spend way more than they have to on attractions, hotels, and even dining. If you spend $100 on your first night at TGI Fridays or Olive Garden, you should just pack your things and go home now. It's time to do new things once you're here in the city. Go out and explore, avoid the chain restaurants at all costs. When it comes to Broadway shows that are highly regarded, or maybe even shows that you just want to see, make sure you buy your tickets in advance so you can get the best prices as possible. You want to use the right apps. There's apps like TKTS, Today Tix, Groupon, Living Social. These kind of sites will help you get the best discounted prices. Try some off-Broadway shows, off-Broadway, and even some local comedy clubs. Some bars and restaurants will have live music as well. Like I said, there's so many options for entertainment here in the city, so take some time to do some research. You can use other apps like Time Out New York or even Club Free Time, and these apps will help you navigate some of the most affordable and even free things to do here in the city, like carnivals, street fairs, open air markets. At number 8, we have acting like a tourist. All New Yorkers despise this one thing. So when you're walking in the middle of the street and someone just hits on the brakes and stops right in front of you, you're in the flow of traffic walking, they stop, drop, no roll, and you look at them, you're like, what are you doing? And most likely 9 times out of 10, they're either taking a picture or staring up at a skyscraper. So if you're walking down the street, just step to the side, allow people to pass, take your picture, and then keep it moving. So don't be that tourist when you come to New York City. Don't be looking up when you should be looking out. And at number 7, we have not having enough cash. Imagine walking through downtown New York and all you smell is fresh pizza. You finally found a pizza spot that speaks to you, but the spot is cash only, and you just spent your last $20 on I Love New York t-shirts. Now you have to spend $3 on the ATM fee, and you could just spend that on that same slice you wanted to buy. You see where I'm going with this? You guys need to have some cash. There's plenty of places like delis, bodegas, and convenience stores that only take cash, and sometimes when they do take cards, they may charge you anywhere from $5 to $10, sometimes even more per transaction. So here's an extra tip guys, locate your bank's ATM, whether that's Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Make sure you go there, take some cash out, and avoid paying the ATM fees when necessary. So you guys want to keep anywhere from 50 to 100 bucks on you cash, and then use your cards for larger purchases, and you should be okay. Okay, we're at number 6 now, which is how to ask for help, directions, or even negotiate. The stereotype that New Yorkers aren't nice is simply just not true. So don't be afraid to ask for help. You just have to know how to ask them. For example, ask for cross streets and landmarks rather than actual addresses. One Penn Plaza may sound kind of confusing, but if you ask, where's Madison Square Garden, or how do you get to 33rd and 7th Avenue? So asking this way is drastically going to improve your chances of you getting to where you need to go. Knowing how to use your words in New York City will take you a long way. If you're looking to purchase something on the street, make sure you're willing to negotiate. Most likely, what you're about to buy right now from that person is probably $5 cheaper across the street. Okay, and at number 5, we have bring extra battery life. We all become instant photographers and videographers the moment we step foot into the Big Apple. Picture here, video there, story, tweet, upload, download, your phone's gonna be dead in a couple hours. To capture all the precious memories we get here in New York City, we have to make sure we have enough battery life to do so. So bring an extra power bank, because sometimes having a charger just isn't enough. You might not have the opportunity to run into a bar or a convenience store, a restaurant, and ask someone to charge your phone for you. It's a bit of an inconvenience. I'm not sure it's gonna work for you. So if you take the time to prep your day out before, everything will go much smoother. Bring that battery life. At number 4, we have not wearing comfortable shoes. Fellas, I know you want to look fresh in your brand new sneakers. Ladies, I know you want to turn heads in those brand new heels, but this has to be one of the most common overlooked mistakes that a lot of us make when coming to New York City. Wearing comfortable shoes is a must. Here in NYC, we love to walk, walk, walk. I've had friends and family visit, and after a long day of being out, the only thing they say to me is, I cannot believe we walked that much today. You can walk anywhere from 5 to 10 miles here in the city visiting, so please wear some comfortable shoes, because it will be a nightmare for you if you don't. Okay, now we're working our way to the top 3 mistakes that tourists make when they come to New York City. And at number 3, we have being intimidated to take the train or public transportation. The 2 things I hear most from tourists when coming to New York City is 1, they're afraid to drive because they don't want to get ran over, and 2, they don't want to take the train because they're afraid of getting lost. If you download the app City Mapper, it'll probably be one of the most resourceful things you can do while you spend your time here. It allows you to type in your starting location, then type in your desired location, and it'll give you every option possible of getting there. It'll tell you what time, how, where, even how much. So they'll put together some combinations for you. Sometimes you can take just the train, you can take the train and the bus. They even have options for you to take the train, bus, and cabs as well. So you guys can mix and match any type of transportation method you would like. And most of the times we have attendants in the train stations, so if you guys need any questions answered, don't believe the hype that all New Yorkers are rude. Just ask a question and they'll surely help you out. Okay guys, so at number 2, we have not leaving the Boro of Manhattan. When you think of NYC, most things that come to mind is the Empire State Building, Macy's, Central Park, and so on. These places all have one thing in common, that they're in Manhattan. It's true that Manhattan is the most popular borough, but there's also 4 other boroughs that have so much excitement and energy that you have to go and explore. You can go to Brooklyn, they have Flatbush, they have Williamsburg. You can go to the Bronx, Arthur Avenue, Yankee Stadium. Go to Queens, Astoria, Forest Hills. There's so much for you to see out there. You guys have to leave Manhattan and go and explore. NYC has the widest range of communities and environments here, I believe, in the world. So go see what's out there, guys. You will not be disappointed. I guarantee you will have an amazing time outside the Borough of Manhattan. All right, guys, we made it to the number 1 most common mistake that tourists make when coming to New York City. You guys are ready? Let's jump right into it. So at number 1, guys, we have trying to see the entire city in one day. The phrase, so much to do and so little time to do it, always rings true in a city that never sleeps. Actually attempting to go out and see the entire city in one day is truly far-fetched. There are people that live here their entire life and they still see new things every day. It's best to plan your time accordingly, but leave a little downtime in your schedule so you can relax and recharge. So that means a little Netflix at the Airbnb or at the hotel. Get your batteries recharged, enough for you to go back out for the rest of the night or the evening and have yourself a good time. I guarantee you guys, with all 5 boroughs, all the attractions and things to do, there's no way you're gonna be able to see everything in New York in one day. Not even a weekend, and honestly, not even a lifetime. So take your time, plan things accordingly, make a nice schedule, but leave some free time as well. So do not try to attempt to see the whole city in one day, guys. It just won't work. I had to give you guys one bonus tip here on the video. So, want you guys to download the app Sit or Squat. Sit or Squat allows you to know what public restrooms you can use here in the city, and they rate them based off of their cleanliness. A green toilet paper means that bathroom is clean, and you can use this one. A red toilet paper means it might not be that clean, and use it at your own discretion. So that pretty much wraps it up for today's episode. We showed you the 10 most common mistakes that tourists make when coming to New York City. It's very important to know that these are tips from a local, and go ahead and share it with anyone that you know. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. I appreciate you. Stay safe, stay dangerous, stay blessed. We out. this for YouTube.
Hi.
What's up, YouTube?
What's your channel?
Kels Acosta.